At this time, I want to share with you a tool that I think is extremely valuable that helps me understand what God's game plan is. It's called spiritual journaling. Okay, guys, I'm a man's man. I don't do lockets, I don't do keepsake boxes, and I definitely don't do diaries. But spiritual journaling is not a diary. Okay? It's my communication with God. I do mine 5 days a week, just every weekday. You can do it as often as you like. I choose to do 5 days a week. I just do it right on my computer. It's a Word document, and I just put the next comment, on just continuously on down on the Word document. And this is my list of it's my the questions that I have for God. It's the thoughts that I'm having at the moment. It's the praises to God, the pleadings of God. It's the documentation of God's daily actions in my life. And make no mistake, He's acting all day, every day in your life. This is one way to help you pay attention. I think of it as my miracle tracker. Sometimes I only write a sentence or two. Other times it's 2 or 3 paragraphs. It just depends on the day. Think of it like a game tape, I guess. The value of this thing is, the coaches and the players, they spend hours upon hours looking at the game tapes. Why? Because they want to understand what the opponents did in the previous games against particular plays and what they're particularly good at and what is our team going to be successful at. And they spend enough time looking at those plays, looking at the past history, and they can begin to piece together what they might think they'd be successful at in the next game. And very, very similarly, that's how I personally, and Julie does too, she journals as well. We just started in January, so we're rookies ourselves. But it helps us make sense of what is happening in our lives. How many of you here have experienced something where something happened and you had no idea why it happened? You thought it was of God, but had no idea. And then a month later, 6 months later, a year later, something else happens, and then you say, aha, now I know. How many of you experienced that? This is a way to document every time that happens and to put those pieces of the puzzle together, because sometimes the pieces fit together right away, within minutes. Sometimes it takes years, and it's a great record. It helps me put my personal illness in perspective. That this illness is just another stepping stone to the further goal.